Greetings, beautiful beings. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to my corner of the earth. I am Shalicia Earth, or S Earth, and I missed you all. It's been a little while. I feel like it's been a little while, but I'm back. I hope everyone is doing well, and as always, I'm sending everyone so much love wherever you are in the world. We are now 10 months locked. This is a 10-month microloc, tiny lock, small lock, interlocks update. I have a couple of new people here with me, and so I want to say thank you for joining me on this journey. Welcome to the family. To all of my returning friends out there, hi. Okay, so we are 10 months microloc. I turned 10 months on February 27th. As of February 27th, I am 10 months lock, and I got my most recent retie done on the 13th of February. So that is where we are in terms of time. And so much has happened. So I know on my last update, I think I should turn this up a little more. My last update, I shared that I was going to be retying my hair on my own going forward. But y'all, I have to be honest. I'm not completely ready. I'm a little apprehensive, and I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'll say that. I shouldn't be. I'm not going to say I don't know why. I shouldn't be apprehensive, but I am. I'm apprehensive because I'm like, if I mess this up, I mean, chances are at some point I'll make a mistake, but with me having to reestablish the front, as you all know, based on my last video, like reestablish my center part, all of those locks came out when I washed my hair. So I washed my hair on my own, and the first time I did it, I braided and banded, and they were pretty okay. The root on a couple at the front, the root was really like loose. A lot had unraveled. However, for the most part, they were okay. The second time I retied my hair on my own, I did not braid and band it, and all of the locks came out. So I was like, you know what? I think the smart thing to do is to have my loctician go ahead and reestablish those parts. Also, this gave me an opportunity to let her know that, previously I didn't think that my center part was really centered. These are some of the things that I wanted to work on fixing. And so she was apologetic and agreed to go ahead and reestablish those locks. And in doing that, she interlocked the entire lock. So let me just try to show you all. This is my center part. So she cleaned it up really nicely, and then obviously made this side more symmetrical, where there's 4 locks lined up with 4 locks here. Previously I had like 3 locks here and then 4 here, so it was a little off. With it being fixed, she interlocked the entire lock versus what I did, which was I braided the root, I twisted it, and then I interlocked it at the root, because that's how my hair started out. That's how she initially established my locks. However, she suggested interlocking the whole thing, 1, for a little more security, and 2, with the two-strand and twist method, the locks tend to look a little more like fluffier. And now that my hair is, at that point, it was at the end of the 9-month mark, but now that my hair is a little more mature, the locks, they look different. And so interlocking it would allow for them to look a little more similar with like the older locks, because the lock itself is like, it's more tight, if that makes sense. So all that to say, I was afraid to reestablish them. I'm like, okay, I need them to be established, and I need them to kind of to be secure, a little more secure than what I did. She was able to accomplish that. The other thing that I had a concern about is, in wanting to interlock my hair on my own, I spend a lot of time with my hands in my hair, like at the root, just trying to learn the lock and I'd be able to identify where the Y is, where people say you go in the opposite direction of the Y. I kind of just feel through my hair and allow myself to become comfortable with identifying where the Y is. And I'll like even pretend that I'm actually interlocking it or retightening it. When I'm not, I'll just use my fingers so that I get used to like going into the directions and like knowing what the different directions are and the different points and all those things. And so in doing all that in my scalp, I realized that some of the Y's are pointed, like they were pointed in like different directions. So I was a little confused and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go and have them do it. So all that to say, I got my previous retie done the day before Valentine's Day. And I love it. I love it. My hair has grown and it's changing, so that's really fun. I'm really loving my hair, really, really obsessed. And I love the fact that it's like short because I can just like, I don't know, just do little things like this, and it just feels like more free, like on my neck and stuff like that. So that's been really fun for me. But I appreciate getting my hair retied, obviously, to have those locks secured at the front. And I learned that when I asked the person that retied my hair the last 2 times isn't the person that established my hair. However, the person that is currently retying it before she goes back home, because she's here visiting, and so she's going to be going back to where she's from pretty soon, and so I'll miss her. But she told me that she said that my locks were not, they all didn't land in the same direction. Because I asked, you know, well, what rotation is being done? I let her know, you know, I'm interested in doing my locks on my own at some point, and I want to know like what the rotation is. Initially, I was told that I was on a 2-point rotation, but she let me know that the 2-point was utilized when my hair just started out. Now that it is a little more mature, depending on the growth that the lock is happening, she may have to do a 2-point or a 4-point rotation. I believe that's what she said, and I hope that I'm saying this correctly. I feel like I am, but I feel like it sounds confusing. I feel like it sounds confusing. Nonetheless, that's what I was told. So I'm just like, okay, what direction? Like, how am I supposed to know what to do? Like, how am I supposed to know what to do? I'm not sure. So all of that to say, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a back seat on retying my hair on my own. It will happen when it's supposed to, because I really want to be able to, at the very least, help myself. And so I'm going to learn, but I'm like, okay, for now, I'll keep doing my research. I'll say that. I'm going to keep on doing my research. I'm going to keep speaking with my loctician. And now that I will likely have someone else doing my hair the next time I get a retie, which is in another 5 weeks, I'm going to ask that person, like, you know, what rotation is being done, and just get as much feedback as possible, and then take the leap to retie my hair. So I haven't started to retie my hair on my own yet, but that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That is all right. It's okay. My hair is growing. It's thriving. From what I have seen, there's like, I haven't had like any like super major issues outside of the unraveling of the locks that I established on my own. I still have buildup in the back, and I'm going to show you all the 360 in a little bit, but I still have buildup on the ends in the shaft of like some of these tiny locks that are in the back. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't even pay attention to it. I just don't even have the time to like give to it. It's just like, you know what? It is what it is for now, but I do intend at some point to, like I mentioned in a previous video, like kind of maybe just dye it. Whenever I dye my hair again, once my hair gets to a certain place, I'll probably just dye them to kind of camouflage the lint, I guess it is, or buildup that's there. But other than that, I really haven't had a lot of challenges with my hair. Everything is pretty much the same. I'm going to show you all the products that I'm using. The same products. I only changed one thing, and that is the shampoo that I used. When I washed my hair by myself last, I used this Hydrate Plus Repair shampoo by Shea Moisture, and I used to use this as a loose natural. My hair has been colored this color for a good while now, so I've used it as a loose natural and with my color, and I really do like it. It's what I had on hand when I washed my locks the last time, and I was like, okay, let me just take a risk and use it. And so it's a cleanse and restore shampoo, so it's doing both things. It's hydrating and it's moisturizing. And so I was like, you know what, I'll use it, and it worked out. It worked out. Yeah, let's get into a 360. Let's get into a 360. Okay, so this is what we are looking like. I opted for a deep side part. And I was very specific during this retie to ask, like, you know, if my parts can be cleaned, made sure that like the parts are clean. This is the center part that was reestablished, and I like it. I like it. Initially, I thought that it was a little crooked. I was like, is it still crooked? But no, I think it's fine. But that's the center part. I have these pins. I have it tucked behind my ear, and these pins here. I hope I'm doing this right. Wait, okay, yeah, I think I'm right. Okay, this is the back. This is what the back is looking like. So in this area of my hair, I apparently have new hair growing in this area, and so the part is not that straight or clean, I should say, because there's like apparently it's like some new hair growing in these areas. All right, this is our final row that's back here. And if you're wondering why this row is like super short in comparison to the rest of these rows, this part of my hair was actually shaved when I initially had my hair installed. So I had no hair back here. And over the 10 months of being locked, it started to grow in. I had these locks established back here, and that's why they're so tiny. But I love this because I'm like, oh, as my hair grows, I don't know, I just envision like doing like a ponytail situation, and the hair, like this hair here being down. I don't know. That's a style idea that I have in my head. I don't know how I'll accomplish it, but I'm gonna figure it out. But this is what the back is looking like. So yeah, that is really it. That is really it. That is our 10-month update. I'm gonna put pictures of my hair, like a little visual diary, over the last 10 months, so you all can check it out. So please stay tuned for some really cute visuals, and thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I will keep you all posted for my next retie, I guess. And let me know, what do you all want to like? What do you want to hear? What do you have any questions about my experience thus far? You know, talk to me in the chat. What do you want to hear? What do you want to know about my experience? And I'll do my best to get to all of the questions. If there are any questions or any thoughts, lovingly leave them in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next video.